Hey Cancers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawana Antoinette. Today we're going to do a reading that can resonate for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node placements in the month of July. All the decks that I'll be using, I'll link them down below. With that said, let's get started. I'm just coming back from New York. I was on a little vacation, so I'm feeling very recharged, very refreshed. And this is the first reading that I'm doing in that state, so I'm pretty excited. So let's get started. I already shuffled and set up your main spread. The first card, we're just going to clarify and go through the messages. But the first card out is Know Your Power in July. It is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Moon card, and the Two of Swords. So when the Know Your Power card comes out, it's an almost immediate indication to me as a reader to make sure that you are realizing you're realizing that you have power in a situation. Now you can either choose to keep your power to yourself or give your power away to someone else. And it looks like this is a situation may highlight this in the month of July. I feel like you're thinking about a situation or thinking about something or not. You don't know what to do about something, or you don't have all the answers to something in July. So let's clarify to see what that thing is. What are you thinking about? Clarify the Four of Swords in July for Cancers. What's the Four of Swords? We have the Page of Wands. Clarify the Four of Swords. What are you thinking about in July, Cancer? All right, so quite a few cards came out. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be a family situation. It could be a relationship. It could be your finances. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Tower, the Five of Cups, which I think the Five of Cups is somewhere in your main spread too. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Page of Wands. Reciprocity. You're thinking about reciprocity, and you may be a little bit disappointed with the rate at which something is progressing. Could be multiple things too that you're having to like look at from a different perspective. I feel like you'll definitely be very contemplative in July. It's almost like you're contemplative of something, contemplative of investing in something, or you're thinking of what you're getting back from something in the month of July. I feel like you're having some kind of realization on reciprocity, whether that is in work, love. There's some area of your life that you may be a little bit disappointed in, and I feel like you're thinking about it. You're thinking, do I want to invest in this? Do I want to go for, what are some ideas that I could think of to make this a little bit more reciprocal? What are some ideas that I can think of to pursue this in a way that I can get back what I'm giving to something? That's what I feel like. But let's figure out what this thing is. What is the moon? Clarify the moon. Two of Swords. Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So you're in a period of thinking, should I cut something out? Is this for me? I need to decide. I feel like July is a month where you're looking at making some kind of decision on if something is for you or if it's not. If you are going to invest in something, if not. because I feel like you're having thoughts on if something is giving reciprocity to you. And so because you're having those thoughts of is this reciprocal, you're wondering, should I invest or should I invest further? Clarify the Two of Swords. High Priestess. So you're using your intuition. Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. You're using your intuition and you're exercising patience. So you're not making a decision right away, but you're kind of looking to your guidance system inside, your intuition and higher self to guide you along making this decision, which is great because I don't feel like this is a black or white decision that you're trying to make. All right, so in the next row, we have the observe in silence. And this is just saying that in the month of July, I feel like it's a time for you to, let's just say it's pertaining to this decision that you're making. I feel like it's a time to observe rather than speak. If you are pursuing something, I feel like it's a time to keep it to yourself. I don't feel like you should be sharing a lot of your plans. And I get the sense here that you are thinking of taking some kind of new direction. We're going to clarify, possibly after an ending. Or you're heading in some kind of new direction. I feel like you're thinking of doing something new. You're thinking of breaking away. You're thinking of taking another path away from something. And I feel like you're supposed to, before you do that, it's almost like, you know, people who announce things before they do it. Don't announce whatever you're gonna do. Don't announce whatever it is that you're feeling. I feel like it's a time to observe and keep things to yourself. I feel like that's what's going to help you with develop your perception and your intuition. Instead of announcing things and making statements and proclamations to people, I feel like it's a time to receive and absorb information from the people, places, and things around you, especially as it relates to making a decision. Clarify the Two of Wands, because we have lots of twos in this reading, and twos signify decision making to me right now. So yeah, you're thinking of pursuing a new thing. You're thinking of pursuing it could be even something creative, because the Queen of Wands is here, and we know when you're in the Queen of Wands energy, you are this is a go-getter energy. The Queen of Wands gets what the Queen of Wands wants. It's a very creative person, could be even a social butterfly kind of person. But this person is relentless and determined in whatever it is that he or she sets as a goal. So there's something here that you're trying to achieve. Clarify the Two of Wands. Eight of Pentacles and a Nine of Swords. Could be in your working world, because the Eight of Pentacles does talk about work and materialism. So this could be in the material realm. Let's just say you are trying to get a promotion. You are trying to work on something that you've never done before. You're trying to work on a project. You're trying to work on something for your own self, you know, like your own business. You're trying to work on something, I feel like, and it's bringing you a lot of anxiety. And maybe that's why the message here is to observe in silence, because I feel like if you're doing something for the first time, what do we usually do? We get excited. We talk to people. This is what I want to do. I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then people love us, but people project. And so they project from a place of thinking, well, can I do that? Does that make sense to me? And more often than not, what people start to do is to give you advice based on what they think they can achieve, what they think they can do. And then before you know it, they're projecting their inadequacies onto you. They're projecting their inabilities onto you. And then what does that do to you? It kills your dream. And it stops you from wanting to pursue whatever you want to pursue if you're not strong enough to recognize what is going on. So if you're pursuing something, if you're pursuing a new dream, if you're pursuing a wish that you have, if you're pursuing a goal in the month of July, keep it to yourself. We have the Ten of Swords underneath that, so let's clarify. What's the Ten of Swords? We have further cards of withholding and keeping shit to yourself. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Moon card again, talks about secrets, and Seven of Cups. I feel like you're supposed to keep something to your chest in July, Cancers. There's something that I feel like you should keep hidden until it grows, until you are out of a state of confusion too, because I feel like there's a lot of figuring out that you need to do on your own, and maybe there's a lot of trial and error in whatever it is that you're pursuing. And even though trying and failing is a normal part of life, when people observe you doing that, sometimes they can project. So that's why the advice here is to keep this to yourself. Whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, whatever steps you're thinking of taking, yeah, I feel like you should keep it to yourself. It's a month of like keeping your cards to yourself and keeping your cards to your chest like this. Like nobody's supposed to see your hand except you. And if this is in regards to ending something too, I feel like you will be doing that. It's kind of like you are thinking of, if you're thinking of ending one thing to pursue another thing, ending one job to pursue another job, ending one, it could be a relationship. It could, what is this? What is ending? What is ending? What is ending? King of Swords, Ten of Swords, something's ending. But what? You're cutting out something. What is this? What is ending? What are you cutting out in July? Ten of Wands, because you're exhausted. But what is this? What are you cutting out in July? All right, Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. Okay, so we have another person here. So you could be dealing with someone. It could be a Libra or Taurus or just an earth sign, or really it could be anyone. The person could just be residing in this energy. But I feel like you're almost thinking of an ending with a person around you. Thinking of an ending involving a person around you, but the advice here I feel like is to keep it to yourself and make sure that you are observing before you commit to any decisions. I wonder why they're telling you to keep it to yourself. There's something else I feel like that you're not seeing. Why is the advice? Why keep this here? Why should Cancer keep this to themselves? Four of Swords. Think about this before you do it, Cancers. Yeah. I feel like you're thinking about something carefully before. It's almost like you need to think about something thoroughly before committing to doing this. So if you're thinking about ending something and doing, maybe this just came to me too, maybe because you don't want to regret anything, so you're carefully making this decision before, because the Ten of Swords is a sudden ending. That's like a sudden stop. The Ten of Wands is more of like a slow build up to like exhaustion, and then you end something. So I feel like here, to prevent this sudden ending and then having like regrets about an ending or you know, coulda, woulda, should haves, I feel like the advice here is to make sure that you're thinking about something carefully before you end it. Think about something carefully before you decide to commit to that action. You should know whatever person you're thinking of ending something with in July. At the ending of the reading, we have you were born to create, which simply means that you, just a reminder, like a gentle nudge to you, Cancers, that you are blessed with the ability to create from your thoughts, actions, feelings, emotions. So if it is that you're worried about not being able to manifest something else, you are born to do that. You can always manifest something better. You can always manifest something else. So if you're having any kind of self-defeating thoughts regarding cutting something out, then that's just a reminder to you. There's always more when you have an abundant mindset. And I talk about this on Twitter a lot too. The difference between an abundant mindset and a lack mindset. A lack mindset will tell you when you have to part with something, I'll never get something like this again. And then an abundant mindset is, on the contrary, it's, I got this thing, I was able to manifest this thing, who knows what other things that I can manifest, or what else is out there waiting for me, how much better I can get in terms of opportunities, people, places, and things. There's no limit to what I can manifest to myself, so why fear separation, you know? But there's something here that I feel like you're thinking of cutting out in July. Clarify the Queen of Swords. And I feel like it's making you a little bit sad too. It's making you a little bit regretful, remorseful. But I feel like you're being guided and you're following your intuition. And possibly if you feel like this is the choice that you need to make for you, you are going with that. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Swords. All right, so the Queen of Swords here is clarified by the Judgment and the Ace of Swords. So making a final judgment call, making a final decision on something after seeing something clearly. I feel like by the end of July, you'll be able to have a new perspective because you were silent and because you were observing someone or something or an event unfolding in front of you. I feel like in the evaluation of this thing in the month of July, that's where you're going to get the perspective to decide on how to move forward in whatever decision you're trying to make for yourself, whether that is if you want to cut something off, if you want to cut someone off, if you want to cut something out. Yeah, I feel like you're getting that perspective by the end of the month, and that's why the advice here is to slowly decide, slowly go through this. The clarity will come, the perspective will come. Don't just jump up and make a decision like that on 10 of Cups, a relationship around you or a person around you. Clarify the Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. All right, so Five of Cups is clarified by the Six of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So mourning the past, mourning an opportunity. You don't want to be in an energy of mourning an opportunity around you unnecessarily, right? So that's why you're going to take your time to decide on whatever it is that you are deciding on. Some of you will be committing to cutting someone off, and then you'll sit in this Five of Cups energy of regret, remorse. You're thinking about the relationship. You're thinking about pushing away an opportunity that looks kind of good to me. It looks good because the Ace of Pentacles is here. Clarify the High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. High Priestess is clarified by the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So you're following your intuition about, you're following your heart, basically. You're following your heart, and I feel like you're also being kind of logical, and it's like you have one foot in the spirit world, one foot in the material world. And I feel like there's some kind of materialism that you're thinking of. You're trying to follow your heart, but you're also like thinking of some kind of material satisfaction and trying to maintain the balance of both of those. But yeah, there's a lot for you to think about in the month of July concerning ending something. It looks to me as though you are thinking of ending something maybe because you feel exhausted in a way about it. You must be exhausted to have gotten so many ending cards, so many cards cutting things out. Maybe because you don't feel like something is reciprocal, but I almost feel like Spirit is saying, wait, don't decide yet. Don't cut something out yet. Just wait. The clarity is coming. You have free will, so you can choose to do whatever you want. You can choose to not cut something out, and I'm definitely not here to tell you what to do. I'm not that kind of reader, but what I can tell you is that there's something you're not seeing yet that you need to wait to be able to see clearly before making a decision. Let's get some closing advice. All right, guys, I am going to pull from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. I've also linked this down below. Remember, my personal readings are open. If you feel called to book a personal reading with me, my calendar link is down below. Spirit, what is the message for, what's the advice for Cancers in July? What's the advice for Cancers in July? What is the advice for Cancers in July? Spirit, what's your advice for Cancers in July? Time to go. There you have it. Time to go, Cancer. So you are definitely walking away from something in July. Let's see, card number 45. Endings. The Oracle's message. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. Relationship message: it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. So it looks like you're walking away, or you're making the decision to walk away from something in the month of July. You guys let me know what that thing is. I wish you all the best with it, and I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it was, remember to like, share, and comment down below. I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.